You taught yourself English. You're plenty smart. Well, I was forced to. I remember I think I told you guys, right, how I learned English. So, you know, I only spoke Dutch when I was a kid. And I learned English through video games because I wanted to understand what the fuck they were saying. And usually games did not have like a Dutch dub or like a Dutch version or something. It was rare for games to have like a Dutch version. Whenever you speak German or French or Spanish, you can always change the language, but there's never Dutch. Never Dutch. And then, yeah, I would always ask my mom, like, what does it say? What does it say? What does it say? I would play a game. What does it say? And I feel like I just slowly started to pick up stuff. And then I felt really good at English in elementary school. I was like, yeah, I'm the English master. And then I moved out of the country. And I went to an international school. You know, I had to speak English all the fucking time. And that's when I realized, like, damn, I fucking suck. Damn, I need to step up my game. But then I was the only foreigner kid in that class, and I feel like the expectations were high because they were like, oh yeah, Roca, that's the foreigner kid. She's from overseas. She knows good English. So I felt like I was trying to LARP as like speaking English really well, even though I was actually really bad at it. But I feel like I like faked it so hard that I actually made it eventually. And when I first started streaming, I didn't really feel too confident about my English either. And I feel like streaming has actually helped me. It's funny because now I'm thinking about what to say. I wanted to say streaming has helped me like express myself quicker. Sorry, that was kind of ironic. Yeah. My English is just passable, but the bar is so low in France that it's amazing in their eyes. Isn't it because the French are very proud of their language, so they don't... I feel like that's the impression I got when I went to Paris, at least. Like, I feel like they don't really want to learn a new language. I think the first step of really, like, being able to do something well is to really want it. If you don't want it enough, I feel like it's just not really gonna happen. That's the first and I think the most important step of anything. Learning a language and whatever, you need to really, really want it. And I really, really, really wanted to learn English. I didn't want people to think I was stupid. English, I think it's the most difficult language in the world. I think, like, there are so many interpretations of the same word. I think a language being difficult, I do think that there's things that are maybe objectively more difficult, but I also think it has to do with what language you originally speak. Because if you speak a language that is already close to English, you know, or has a lot of similarity, it's a lot easier to learn than if you know, speak a language that's completely different. And you have to, like, relearn the entire, you know, grammar rules, vocabulary, you know, alphabet even, like, so it depends on like what language you originally speak for like what language would be the most difficult for you, I think. And also just everybody's brains work differently.